On purpose.
Yeah, Andy has to go in middle, so he's nerved.
Fucking done you over.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Andy ain't even going in.
Andy has to go in middle, so he's nerved.
Have you got any questions, Abby? Think of some questions.
Yeah, you got a fucking brainstorm.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, we'll just have a chat.
About
If
what?
anyone just wants to fucking jump in, just say it. Yeah. I'll do like a little fucking intro, and then we'll just forget that the camera's there and just talk shit. Like we just have
Right on my ass crack then.
This is snog, this.
I'll move my arm.
We're rocking and rolling whenever you're ready.
Standing now. Yeah,
What a handsome bunch of chaps.
there we go. We're like
Boy band.
That's a shit take, that.
Album. No, we'll do the thumbnail. We need the album cover.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, it's
album cover.
it's that one as well.
Andy, do something.
My brain thought like telling things I didn't know what to do.
He is so fucking autistic.
I was overstimmed.
You can tell.
Right, people. I'm here with Big Sam, Slamming Sam, professional level powerlifter. What's your best lift, Sam?
Competition.
Let's talk. We'll do competition then all time.
Alright, competition, squat 322.5, bench 232.5, and deadlift 310.
Lovely. And 490 dots you were saying before in both wraps and sleeves.
Yeah, wraps and sleeves, so 830 total and 840.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, mate. Super strong. And just boxed off a massive session, last squat session of this prep, is it?
Yeah, last heavy session before Raw Strength Open in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we had a big week this week, sort of nearly pulled 320, bench 230, and I've just finished off with a 330 squat.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, mate. And you hit your 300 last warm up, it was, weren't it? 300?
Yeah.
Yeah. Asked the question, didn't you, if it was there and that. I said 320, and you fucking smoked that 330. So
I drove 5 hours up here. 330 in the mind. I wasn't
Doesn't
taking
go on with
anything
those.
less.
yeah, that's it. And we were speaking afterwards, like you'd already visualised that, and you'd already you come to do that, didn't you?
Yeah.
And obviously, you asked us. We don't see you lift every week, so we don't know. And obviously, I was just like, right, what can he 100% get?
Yeah.
I think as well, it's like what you list, but you don't know the personality.
Exactly.
Personality
But
is a
then
massive factor in it.
the 330 moved as good as the 300.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I moved at the same pace from about 220 up, so it
That's
just looks
it,
the
innit?
same.
Yeah.
But like, when I'm asking that question, it's really, if you're like, no.
Yeah.
If you're immediately saying no, then I know, alright,
Yeah,
it's probably not there.
yeah.
If you're sort of, if you don't train with me every week, you don't know. So it's,
You knew you had it, didn't
Yeah.
you? You knew you had it, you just wanted the green light
Yeah.
to say, innit? So...
just not the red light.
Yeah, there
Not
was
the
no
red
red
light.
light. There was definitely no red light.
Not the red.
Definitely no red
As
light.
well, when you switch up that intensity in the gym and you're like, right, I'm going to fucking have it,
Yeah.
and everyone's on board, you've got that as extra
Yeah.
push, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, it was really, really not. I mean, most of the people are gone now, but it was really like nice. Music cranked up, lots of noise. They're all behind me, so I couldn't actually see them.
Yeah.
But it makes such a difference. Like you get an extra 10%.
Mate,
Just for
you feel the
atmosphere
energy,
alone.
don't you? Just
Yeah.
the second that 330, you said we're loading 330, like the energy of the room changed, didn't it? I fucking love it. I live for it. Mate.
didn't fuck putting the wrap through on that one.
No, it didn't matter, did it? Well, you live and learn, don't you? Pliers are a no-go, they just wrap your wrap,
We
didn't
had
they?
I'm using like long nose snips to pull the wrap through.
Yeah.
It just slipped. I just hit myself in the face.
Oh,
with it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking
It's not even the
worse,
first
is
time I've
there?
done that as well.
Yeah.
So,
There's no worse.
That's an extra fuck off just
Yeah.
before you leave.
but it's one of those things like it's already hard enough to get sort of a bit amped up because the wraps sort of slow you down. When you're in sleeves, you can just get in your headspace and then you can just get on and go. But when you got a wrap, it sort of kills that.
Yeah.
So you've got to sort of learn to get comfortable being in wraps for sort of longer than you want to, so you can just sort of get amped up again.
Yeah.
But obviously when you're getting wrapped and then you fucking misery, you put it through and you got to restart. it's you have to come back down and then back up. So it's.
How did it feel punching yourself before a squat instead of someone else?
I'm not going to make a habit of it, but we'll find some cannon fodder in a couple of weeks.
Oh mate, I remember that last time you competed at Raw Strength.
Yeah.
And I just I'd never seen you compete. I knew you, but I'd never seen you compete, and I didn't know you was that kind of guy,
We were
that
like,
kind of
oh,
lifter.
yeah.
I just saw some lad go flying in the back.
What was really funny is there's a lad named Connor. He sort of disappeared off the face of the earth recently, but really, really nice guy. And he loves that shit. And it was really good. So like, I'm quite an emotional lifter, but it takes a lot. Like, I can't really get it out, so I need people to bring it out of me. And he was really good for that. And actually, you can't really see it that well on the live stream, but I almost throw him through the back of the platform. And then I had to ask me to it's fine, but could you throw people around over there?
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah, I just heard the name coming out, and then people flying.
Yeah.
And you just fucking walking out. It was mint. I love that
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm quite an external lifter as well. I think you two are quite internal, aren't
Yeah.
you? A little bit, but I think us two were the opposite side of the spectrum. We're a bit.
I just get the most out of it. But we were chatting before, like if you're doing that for every lift, and we've chatted about it as well, is you get that adrenaline sort of crash, that fatigue, and it's really hard to build yourself back up, and you end up just getting exhausted. So
That's where experience plays.
It's a skill in
Yeah.
itself.
that
I
mean,
think.
I was doing it for like
Yeah.
every lift, even bench. And for bench, I'm not good with that.
No.
I get so amped up, I just forget how to bench.
Yeah.
So it's sort of it's just a bit of maturity and learning that if it's a hard second or your third, like that's the time to get really revved up. You want to be sort of kind of calm and relaxed for your openers, and for bench I would bit amped up, but not throwing people through
You've only got
walls.
so many times you can
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
up there, so you've got to pace it.
And the thing, especially if you're rapping or if it's like a 15-minute flight, you're getting up and you're like, oh fuck, I've still got 5 minutes. So you
That's
can come
it.
back down, and then you can actually really struggle to get that energy back. So
Yeah.
timing's really important, and that's the benefit of having like good handlers is they can just be like, right, go fuck off, and I'll come when you need to get amped up. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
So that's
Tell you when
that's
to turn ZZ Top on and off.
ZZ Top, and then we go.
Is
When
that,
it's
is that you on?
no, that's
Chill,
like my
chill,
chill.
chill.
That's my chill.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to crank it up, just loud and angry.
Yeah. Well, I've gone.
We did that in Salisbury, didn't we?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember?
You were both there, weren't you?
Yeah.
And like, that was a lesson learned for me, and I had to go because I wanted that 800 so much, and I took 2 or 3 cracks at it
Yeah.
and fucking missed it on the last.
You're emotional,
last
you've got an
go,
emotional attachment to it.
But it was because I was carrying that energy, trying to carry it through the full day.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you say, that fatigue, you're strong enough to do it. But if you're not managing that fatigue through the day, you come to the end and it's just not there.
And these open meets, they're quite long. Like you could be doing 3 flights sort of back to back. You could be starting at 9 and not finishing till like 6, 7.
Yeah.
And that's a long day to be
Up and
revved
down.
up,
Yeah.
back down, up, down. So it just comes with experience.
That's
It's just
100%.
learning when to turn it on.
It's not just about being strong in this game, it's about being a good competitor.
And annoyingly being smart.
Yeah. No, that's what we were saying before. Because you were saying that your training has changed a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's what gets you to the party isn't what you need to be doing when you're there, is it? Like you all that volume work that you've done to get here. Now you've got like absolute strength.
I'll pick this little box.
That was not a great camera,
So camera operator. Yeah, so we've been chatting sort of throughout the week. This peak is probably the least amount of volume I've ever done in any sort of competition prep. Partly through picked up a few niggles and injuries and things, but also just listening to my body and just going, I can't push it as much as I used to. I've got stronger. I'm older, whether I like it or not. It's just the fact time catches up with you.
Yeah.
And you just can't push yourself like you're 20 years old anymore.
No, nor do I think that you have to. I think like you've learnt this as well, Andy. Like you're squatting
Once a week.
1.5 really, innit? Because you're doing the box squat on the Friday, but it's not really challenging for you, is it?
Yeah,
But-
Damon.
But it's something that you've got to learn. Like you come from rugby before, so you're not frightened of grafting. Do you know what I mean? But graft isn't always the answer to the question. Like we all aren't afraid of graft. and everybody that you compete against isn't afraid of graft, or they wouldn't be at the level that they're at. It's about fine-tuning it and individualising it for what you can actually perform best at. And
I think as well there was a time when people say I'll just outwork my competition.
Exactly.
And it doesn't always work that way.
You've got to outsmart them as well,
Yeah,
because
outsmart is the one.
everybody's working hard.
I think to a certain degree, usually you sort of novices and sort of lesser experienced lifters, when you've got, you know, that scope to get a lot of gains and stuff, just working hard is going to work.
Yeah.
But you get to a point where you have to be smarter than that.
Yeah.
And you can't just flog yourself and expect to get results, even if it worked a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago. You know, you've got to be more dynamic in your thinking and your approach, and just, you know, respond to what's in front of you, rather than going, well, this worked 6 months ago, why is it not working now? So, well, what's changed in that 6 months?
You're not the same person.
You're not the same person, and you've accumulated all this fatigue, and, you know, your work might be stressful. We were chatting earlier, like, your sleep might be shit, diet might be shit, you're not recovering, you're not doing mobility. All those things can change in even 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's where having a coach is really handy, because that's someone sort of external looking over it and sort of overseeing your training. But, you know, a lot of these younger guys don't.
Yeah.
And so they're just redlining constantly.
Yeah.
And then wondering why, at some point that progress is going to stop.
And they're only in the game 2 years, aren't they? They have a
injuries,
they have a short uprise, and you're like, fucking hell, this person's mint, and then they're gone 2 years later. It's like
their body's beaten up, and they're not making, they've lost the newbie gains. Now they're in, the doldrums of experience.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us, you wait 3 years for like a 2 kilo PB.
I think part,
yes.
I think part of that though is being not just outcome driven, being like process driven as well, like enjoying the process of it.
Yeah.
We all absolutely fucking love training. It's the best part of my day. My life's built around it. So like, I'm not. Obviously, I want PBs, and obviously I want to get better and stuff like that. But I would still do this even if I wasn't getting PBs. And I think if you're just outcome driven, you're only going to be in it for so long, because you got, no matter who you are, you're going to hit that plateau. Like there was a Dave Tate podcast like I watched once, and it said I think it was Dave Hoff saying that he saw people hit the 2 year plateau, like, and he was just like, oh, at some point in powerlifting you hit a 2 year plateau, and like I'm in my 2 year plateau. And then you break through it, and then everything gets better. But he says so many people quit in the 2 year plateau because it's just a phase of powerlifting.
Yeah. And that's just when it's getting tougher.
I
I
think it depends on people's background as well. Like, from what I understand, most of us got like an athletic background. Like, you used to box, you said you used to do rugby, you used to wrestle and whatever else. I used to play football. Like, if you've got an athletic background, most of those people aren't. Hard work isn't the issue. They're used to working hard and enjoying sport. People who come into powerlifting from doing nothing, like, they have to learn to work hard and work to learn how to grind a rep and put work in and recover correctly. But like, if you've got
not necessarily the flashy exercises that do.
Yeah. But if you've got that athletic background, you sort of know what you're supposed to do outside of the gym and inside the gym, and it's different people.
It's mad, isn't it? Because it's almost like role reversal.
Yeah.
Like, to get to this point, you need to know how to work hard. So like, if you're a beginner intermediate, you need to learn how to work hard, and then to get past that point, you need to pull back. And that's why
that transition is the hardest bit,
and that's what it is, and that's why I've just handed it over now, and I've been so fucking struggling doing that, because you've got your biases, whether you call it.
But I think in your situation as well, it's a lot more mental than actual physical.
Definitely.
Handing it over.
And being autistic as fuck, it's like handing the most important thing in, like, some of the most important stuff, and there's something that I think about 24/7. Just handing that away to somebody
else. Becomes your identity, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're like, fucking hell, like, are they going to care as much as I care? Are they going to...
You're losing control.
Yeah, exactly. And I love being in control.
Yeah.
So, but so far it's fucking... It's
I think as well with that, I think some people always have the onus on themselves. So regardless of you being a coach, if you don't perform on comp day, you still blame yourself.
Definitely, yeah.
Whereas some people will just externally blame everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's a mad old game, innit? Because it's on the surface you think, It's just about being strong, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's
Three lifts.
so much more to
we
it.
chatted about this earlier in the week about, I'm going to sound like such an old man, but how sort of social media has really changed the landscape of lifting in general, not just powerlifting. It attracts a lot more sort of younger people to go directly into it rather than coming from sort of athletic backgrounds. Now, it's good for the sport, but it's not necessarily good for the person. I think anyway, because if you hyper specialise, you lose out on a lot of development of other areas. But then, when you're just peppered with people or only hitting PBs and doing their best lifts and never failing anything, it creates this sort of false perception of what training actually is. Most of training is shit. Frankly, I enjoy going to the gym.
It feels shit.
I enjoy going to the gym. I love it, and I would still be doing this whether I was competitive or not. If I have a shit day at work or something's going on in my life, I'll always go to the gym. But
when you see sets of 5, you think, for fuck's sake.
That's self-coach. I ain't seen sets of 5.
Zach's on sets of
8.
I'm not speaking to me anymore.
Is that why he's all the way over here?
But you see a lot of young guys being coached by younger guys who just have this distorted perception of what lifting and training is.
You're just seeing highlight
You're just
reels
seeing
on
people
Instagram,
doing SBD 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week and just redlining constantly, just dropping out of sport.
Yeah, you're not building the strength, you're
enjoying
just
something.
testing it really and sort of getting that new.
Like my rugby background, a lot of the S&C work, it was still squats, bench and deadlift. But I'd also develop other areas and got a lot of discipline and got a few bee stings and plenty of bee stings. And I became a more rounded athlete. And actually, that's carried over well into this.
Yeah, you have a big.
There's nothing necessarily wrong with hyper specialising, but just especially to younger guys do other stuff as well.
You say you do a lot of walking, don't you? Like mountains and stuff like that.
Where we can find them,
So is that? Would you say that's your main cardio, or because I want to know your opinion on zone 2 cardio and stuff. Do you specifically train for that or?
I haven't for a while. I'm a pretty quick walker anyway. So Lizzie isn't, so she'll jump on the treadmill and set the pace and whatever. And I can do that sometimes. But
there is a slight stride difference.
Yeah. But we'll go out for one of our local walks, or whatever, and I'll just be steaming ahead. She's so obviously there's not really much sort of mountainous landscape where I live, but there's a lot of seaside and country walks and whatever. So where we can on our sort of shifts aligned, we'll go out and do stuff like that, and it's you get a bit of a blow on. And
but do you actually think, oh, I need to do cardio this week?
When I'm not in a sort of peak, this sort of phase of training that I've been in, not really, because the fitness that I've got is sort of carried over.
Sustain.
Of course, you build the base and then you.
Yeah, but when I'm not, after this competition in a couple of weeks, then I'll enjoy eating like a feral child for a week, and then get back into it, and I'll work on those sort of foundations. So just building up a good cardio base, putting a bit of size on, working on a bit of mobility stuff, and just try and build that foundation for whatever competition that I do next. But cardio makes up a big part of that, a mix between sort of low intensity, steady state, and then HIIT stuff, interval training. Because you want to build not just that sort of baseline cardio, just for your general health as well, but you want that sort of ability to recover quickly. In flights. I've maintained a good level of fitness for rugby, but what you do see, and it's usually with your big fat boys, is that they can't even handle a 15-minute turnaround.
No, definitely.
So doing particularly intervals, you build that ability to recover.
So you build to your heart rate to come back.
You were doing a bit of that, weren't you? Not so long.
Then box squats, what were you doing on Friday? 30 seconds.
Usual line.
They're good.
That completely mimics that, doesn't it?
And even the deadlifts, there's 3 of us in the bar, weren't there? Just one.
Even to an extent, your accessories. If you're doing squat, bench, deadlift, you're going to recover between your sets and you're going to get quality work in. If you're doing accessories, you don't need to rest 5-6 minutes between your set. Do you know what I mean? You can just
30 seconds, just
sash it, and that again. You keep it fun, but you're getting a baseline cardio in there.
Yeah, no, I do find that interesting, me, because that's something that I kind of lost a bit of a cardio base, and then I always thought, oh, I'm doing too much, or I'm doing this, my elbow's getting beat up, nervous system's fried and stuff like that. And since losing the weight and doing cardio, realised my ability to recover from training is so much better now. And it's not that I was doing too much training, it's that I wasn't fit enough. And also like a lot of like dicky elbows and dicky shoulders and knees and stuff like that, it's not necessarily the volume of the training that you're doing, it's just your inability to be fit enough to recover from your training. And it's completely changed my perspective. And so now I do my cardio every week, I'm in the sauna, make sure I make my steps, and I see that as part of my training plan. Do you know what I mean?
So I've got minimum steps, even like when I'm peaking, minimum steps like 12,000 in a minute. But yeah, you're right. Like I think the issue is that powerlifting is seen as like a strength sport, and so cardio sort of takes a back seat. But you can do enough with just 2 sessions a week. You don't need to be, you know, when I was doing rugby, you're doing 4 sessions a week in a game. You know, you don't need to do that level, but some cardio is going to have, you know, good carryover again for your cardiac health and your respiratory health, and then your just natural ability to recover and perform. But it's not something you see. It's young glamorous work that you don't see. It's not hitting PBs every week.
I think a lot of us have been like,
There's rarely any.
Most training is like RP7, like just shit work in the doldrums of fucking
just
off-season.
accumulating solid volume and training blocks, isn't it really? So I think a lot of people are guilty of that, aren't they? Like, oh, I'm pushing my body weight up, so I don't want to do cardio because I'm not gonna be able to get my body weight up.
But at what point does your body weight become something you have to recover from?
Exactly. So that's what Ewan was saying. So like, you need. Whether your cardio is, I do 10,000 steps a day, or you do a specific cardio session or whatever, like there's different ways of fitting it in depending on someone's schedule. But you know, too many people are guilty of not doing anything because, well, if I do more, that's too much. Like if you can't recover from doing a 20 or 30 minute walk, like you've got bigger problems. You know what I mean? Like,
No, 100%. Like say you work on a fucking building site. You don't need to be doing
don't
cardio.
need to put it in,
You're doing 8 hours of cardio, a fucking
grip training.
You know what I mean? Like you don't need to be doing extra. But like, I think it's a cop out saying, "Oh, I'm fucking."
I'm just lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm bulking. I don't need to do cardio.
Whereas like I've been putting on weight, but I'm still making sure I'm doing my cardio, and it's it showed today. Like probably not waiting longer than really 5 minutes, turning around before
I
between
thought
squats.
that it was
Pretty
quite.
Mine's just I get bored. That's why I really struggle with like 10, 15-minute flights. I'm literally just
like
pacing around, just
Yeah.
sit down. I'm bored.
Yeah.
Fucking bored.
It's mad.
I did a flight of like 7 lifters once. They wanted to add like 3 minutes at the end. It's like, can we just go? I'm fine.
Text Sudoku next time.
Just bring a fucking book or something. Like you'll be surprised how many people like struggle to get 5,000 steps a day. It's actually embarrassing.
I'm not surprised. To be honest.
Shame on you if you're one of
those. I think that's the thing that you can squeeze straight away and get so much more out of your training.
It's a low hanging fruit.
It's the easiest. It's one of the easiest things that you can do to just be better all round, like health wise.
I think as well now you look at all the top lifters in powerlifting now. It isn't mass moves mass. It's everyone who's the best is jacked as fuck. You go to Clash, they're still fucking jacked, aren't they?
Most of them are absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He was only 125.
Colton's 125. He's the strongest powerlifter on the planet now. You don't really see many super heavies.
No, but even if they are, like say, like just
still in good shape.
He's got fucking abs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nick Dupree's like 130 and absolutely shredded.
It's
me at 120.
And like you look at like Zach Myers, he's the bigger type of lifter, isn't he? But he's not. He's not out
solid,
of shape.
He's solid, but he's also short.
Exactly. He's packed so much size on that frame. He's probably as tall. Like he's probably only the same height as me.
Spotted him for bench at the Clash a couple of years ago, or last year. I was like, oh, okay, 280. Like,
it just goes like that.
It wasn't needed. It was a fucking point.
Yeah, crazy.
270 or 280 is something ridiculous. So
crazy strong.
Fair enough. Can't really argue with that.
Speaking of big benches, you just brought the Alliance biggest bench as a tempo rep. It's just fucking shit on us all.
Well, it's you'll beat me on deadlift and squat probably eventually.
I don't know, man.
But I didn't know you even had a board, so
Oh yeah, no.
I could have chipped it just to fuck you.
Yeah. So
At least I beat it properly.
I like having stuff like that, visually stuff. So we've had the board since we were in the garage, and you just look and go, I'm this weight class, and that person's lifting that, and then you
It's just a healthy competition as well.
Not just that, because that other board I think is better for that. It's not, say you're just coming into the sport, immediately you're seeing what's possible, because you're training with like Alfie, who came in today, 15 years old. He's just seen you squat 330. He knows 330 is possible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's seen you, normal guy. You put your undies on the same way he does. You know what I mean? I think anyway. But
Sniff them first.
so he's just seen you squat, and it's the same with when Andy's hitting these big lifts in the gym. Everyone knows just a normal fucking guy. Do you know what I mean? Just done it for a long time, worked hard. So you see these numbers and you go, well, why the fuck can I not do them?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's a benefit of these community-based systems where, it's people of all levels mixing in, and you can see it, and you can train with these people, and you can learn a bit, and you can jump in with them, and
I think as well,
you get better by being around people that are
that's
better.
why Ewan's kept it like a barbell club.
Yeah.
That kind of community spirit, like we used to have at Adlington.
Yeah,
and
that's where
there was a post
from,
saying about how they're being lost.
Yeah, you sent it me, and it made
with
me
a-
think.
with
Yeah,
a
and we
diet.
were like reminiscing on that, and
That's
it's
right,
like what I love about in here as well is there's like different tiers of where you're at as well. Like, so you can find competition wherever you're at, because there's people just coming in. There's people that have been doing it for 1-2 years.
Yeah.
And then you go up the system. So there's like brackets of almost like like you've got like an A team,
Beginner.
a B team, C team. Do you know what I mean? It's like right.
But you all get to train and you get to be together,
Exactly,
which is the
and it's a
important
full
thing.
team. But I like that kind of thing, like with abs, where it's pro am, fucking
Div
div
1,
one,
Div
div 2. You're always trying to get to that next level.
Yeah,
and I
you're
think
in-
that's what
you're in
powerlifting
the
Div one
is.
category
is
of
so
people with
competitive.
similar ability as well. It's not, I've been to opens, like particularly early on, where there's guys that are like lifting 200 kilos more than me total. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
You should not be here. But that's just the old sort of federation-based model that
Big
just
fish, small
exists
pond model.
indefinitely.
I just think I think it's fine if that's what if you're just in powerlifting just to better yourself, and it's just something you want to express your training. But I think, as we all said, we've come from competitive backgrounds. I think I want to fucking compete.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
I want to compete. Like bring back, make competing healthier. Because like
The reason I dropped so much weight was because I was in the 140s with no competition.
Yeah.
I wanted to come down and have a challenge, and I ate shit a few times, but I got better for it.
Yeah, I think the other thing with having like a barbell club as well, like going back to social media, it's easy to view someone on social media and put them on a pedestal and think that there's something else or whatever, but you come to a barbell club and you've got guys squatting 330, 340, deadlifting 300s, benching over 200s. It's like, I know that he's just finished work 40 minutes ago in a normal day-to-day job, and he's got kids and a wife and everything else going on the same as everybody else, and he's just getting it done.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know what I like
You
more?
see him have a bad session,
The
and that's not hidden.
yeah, definitely.
Like, you might not post it. I'll post my shit session.
But what I like the most in here is you can have someone pulling 300 and they'll cheer on the guy pulling 100 as much
Yeah.
as, do you know what I mean? There's no, like we said, there's no
if
one
someone's
flag bearer.
working hard,
That's it.
you support
That's
someone
it.
working
It's
hard,
relative
don't
to
you? It doesn't
everyone,
matter
isn't
what
it?
his weight is.
Fucking hell, the guy. Fair play to you today, mate. But fucking Martin out.
Serious, that.
He must be done now. Oh no, he's got 3 more in him. All right. Yeah, nice.
They did it bad,
But the thing was, the gym was
Shit
as
me up
wide
on his
for him.
walkout as well, and he fell over.
The gym was as wide for him as it was for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I like. That's
It's an atmosphere that I'm certainly missing. Like, it's great. I train in my garage with Lizzie. It's it's great. You learn a lot about yourself from that, because it's very hard to get that energy and that hype or whatever. And Lizzie's great, but she's half my size. She's not a great
I
spotter
bet
for
she can
anything.
bring it though. Like, bring
She gives me much more of a hard time than fucking anyone else does.
The good thing is though, holiday homes in Wigan are quite cheap.
Yeah.
Might not get the weather.
Like what you said though, like majority of training is done in that RP7 zone, so that's probably the best thing in it. And then you come to this atmosphere when you've got these big lifts to do, and that is training really, isn't it? Like, as much as it goes off in here, done it, but like a lot of the time it's me and Zach training together.
Yeah, of course it is.
Small groups.
It's not always booming. I do think if you're always booming, you're going to be, you're going to be in for a rough time.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, what's like for a lot of people who maybe don't know is, you know, all that hard work at, you know, RPE fucking 7, you know, quiet, dead, you're feeling flat, whatever. It makes the session like today so much better. Because you just get that energy, that pop from it.
Yeah, that's the baseline stuff in it that you extract from to get these sessions.
But it makes this worth it.
Yeah,
it makes being on the platform worth it. Doing that hard graft that no one sees, no one gives a shit about, because it's not a fucking 400 squat. Or whatever. But it's, you know, it's the work that counts. It's work that matters.
Right, peeps, we're going to have to wrap this up. A good chat, that though. The
battery's
gonna it's going to wrap. So just before you go, just tell people where we can get you, and that you've got a coaching business as well.
Yeah, so at slamming.sam on Instagram, and then at Bechtel Barbell Systems is my coaching brand. That started off as a bit of a joke, but it's actually that's done quite well now. So
well, thanks very much for coming down, mate. We've appreciated it.
Thanks for cranking my knees.
I'll do it again if you want.
That was sick.